Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Jack and welcome back to Off the Grid Overlanding. So the plan for today's video, I'm doing a rig walk around of my 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm out here in the beautiful desert of Grand Junction, and we're gonna get this review. So guys, just a quick note before I hop into this video. I know I sound a little stuffed up. I put on my Instagram story that I was a little sick for the past week. I know I said I was doing some filming. I didn't quite get to that. I was in my room a lot. I'm not feeling too well. So I'm glad today I was able to get out here, and that's just a fair warning for you guys in case you're wondering why I sound a little bit stuffed up. So let's get into this walk around. So guys, with this being my first rig walk around, I'm not quite sure how I want to do this quite yet. Not sure if I want to be in the camera kind of pointing at things, or kind of do this where I point at things from, I guess, my point of view. I do have some more rig walk arounds on the way. Should be getting my friend Connor's truck in soon to do that. So I guess I'll use this kind of as a test video to see what you guys like. I'll just do it, I guess, from my point of view for today. Just so you know guys, I apologize for any wind noise in this video. I was at a different location previous to this. I was up higher over there. I know it doesn't look too crazy right now, but just beyond here there are some higher points that I was at. It was super windy. It was a great view, so I was planning on showing you guys that, but that's all right. Just so you know, I do apologize for any wind noise though. So we're gonna start off right up front of the Land Cruiser here. Start off right with this huge bumper. So the bumper I have on here currently is this ARB big steel bumper. It is ginormous, but I think it looks great. I think the lines of the bumper are really nice. The welds look good, and goes along kind of with the vintage sort of safari looking style of the Land Cruiser. So I'm a big fan of this bar, and very nice and very protective too on the trails, so that's great. So next up, I'm going to move into the lights I have. Currently I'm running kind of some cheap Amazon X-Brite lights right here. They are actually really bright, and they do provide a lot of light at night on the trails. And I do have, of course, the Baja Designs Squadron Sports down there with the driving combo lens on there. Super great lights. I use those all the time. I can see just about everything I need to, so those are amazing. In terms of my winch, I know it says Dobinson's right here. That's just a sticker that was on there previously, but this is just a 13,000 pound four-wheel drive winch. Not necessarily brand specific. Synthetic line, great, super strong, pulls the cruiser anywhere it needs to go. I actually have not used it yet because this thing is very capable. So I have used it for some off-road recovery for some buddies of mine, but I have not used it to recover myself yet. So guys, if you can hear that kind of air noise in the background, there's actually an airport right over there. Doesn't get crazy loud, but if you can hear that kind of buzzing sort of white noise, that's what that is. It's a bunch of planes taking off all the time. All right guys, once again, apologize for the wind noise. However, I'm gonna get right on in to my tires. So as for my tires, I have the Cooper Discoverer STT Pros, 37 inch, super good tire. These provide a lot of off-road capability. These tires were new not too long ago, so I do still have a lot of tread. So in case you are wondering my exact tire size, these are 37s by 13.5 R17s. These are huge tires, make the cruiser very capable, very happy with them. I don't know if I want to try really any other tires. So yeah. Another thing I'd like to note about these wheels and tires are coming fairly soon. I think I'm gonna put some new wheels on here. Not sure if I want to do relation race wheels or some SSWs. I really like the Dakar look, so I think I might go there. These Dormans are cool and kind of give it a rugged look, but I'm not a big fan of kind of the spare wheel look of it. So yeah. So this is going to be the part that everyone's pretty interested in, I bet. For my suspension, I am running the Dobinson's IMS suspension. It's on a 5-inch lift. We do have Old Man Emu springs. Great suspension combination, drives really nice on the road and provides a nice, smooth, comfortable off-roading experience as well. As for the rear, I do have the Dobinson trailing arms. A little bit of rust I need to take care of right there, unfortunately. Notorious on these cruisers. And then I'm gonna move on kind of under here to the, see how good of an angle I can get. Rear down here, pretty nice. I do have Old Man Emu springs down here as well. In terms of shocks, I'm not quite sure. Those were on from the previous owner as well, but yep. Do have an aftermarket sway bar, as you can see there as well. And I'll move on to the underside of the front suspension for one more note. So guys, under the front here, we have the Dobinson steering stabilizer. Also a similar sway bar to what you saw in the rear, pretty cool. And these cruisers are also solid axle all the way around. I know on the newer ones, they are independent. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on the, I believe the 100 series and on, it's independent in the front, maybe solid on the rear. I'm not entirely sure, but with my old Wrangler, I did have solid axles front and rear on Dana's. So I really like the kind of dynamic of the solid axle. I feel like independent suspension a little too complex for me, and I feel like it could have a lot more issues no matter how much smoother, how much more flexible it is. Big fan, and these axles are super strong as well. I'm not exactly sure what axles they are, what brand or anything, maybe just Toyota or something. Not too educated on that, but super happy with the solid axles on this Land Cruiser. So guys, I know I'm kind of jumping around. The Land Cruiser kind of went front and back to front, stuff like that, but I'm gonna move onto my roof rack right here and kind of just move my way on to the back, and then we'll move to the interior. So guys, moving on, I do have my roof rack up here. It is a Ecotech, I believe that's how you pronounce it, or Ecotechni or something like that. I really like this roof rack. It clamps right onto the rain gutter. The one thing I will say is I wish it had more crossbars. It only comes with 2, and I have tried to search for more crossbars and I cannot find them. So Ecotech, or however you say your brand, if you are watching this video, please help me out with more crossbars, because I think 2 more for a little more added support. So yeah. One more thing to mention on this roof rack, guys, is I got my roto packs up there. Got the storage one in the orange, the fuel packs in the red. I do, from my Jeep Wrangler, I do have that spare tire thing that you can mount stuff on. It has like those 2 metal things that you can mount roto packs or Max Tracks or whatever. I think I'm gonna move that to my spare tire, because with how tall this car is, it's a little inconvenient to get up to the roof rack. I do really like the look, but I think instead I'll just throw some Max Tracks up there or something like that. I also do want to add some Roam boxes as well. So just for more compatibility, I think I'm gonna bring those roto packs down to my spare tire. So guys, moving on to the rear of the Land Cruiser. I did actually just buy the Trasharoo spare tire trash bag. Really like how that looks. Big fan of that. At first, when I saw him when I was out in Moab, I didn't really like him. I saw him on some Jeeps and some 4Runners and things. Wasn't a huge fan. Now, however, after I see it on my Land Cruiser, I'm a big fan. More to come on that. I should be using that quite a bit. So guys, another thing I wanted to note is a while back, I said big things coming on my Instagram story. I don't know how many of you guys saw that, but big things coming. And that big box in the back of Connor's truck, that was my rear bumper. I have not posted that or covered that or talked about it at all. I meant to, but I'm gonna talk about it right now. So guys, this is the Descent Off-Road LC80 rear bumper and cross member. A lot of installation prep work, I guess, had to be done to put this bumper in. I had to cut off my factory rear cross member, do a lot of grinding, some painting as well. I guess with just Rust-Oleum to prevent frame rust. That was a lot of work. It paid off in spades, guys. This rear bumper is amazing. So for a while I was kind of going back and forth on what I wanted to do in terms of my bumper. I looked at SLE. That was kind of my deciding thing. I was in between SLE and Descent. Descent I went with just because I kind of like the more, SLE has a more kind of, I guess, a little more curvature or something like that. I really liked kind of the boxy look of this rear bumper, and it's not huge, and it's really, like, it's super interchangeable. I'll show you guys how that works. So with your LC80 Descent bumper, this right here is another swing gate mount option. As you can see over here for my tire carrier, I have it bolted up right here. Super strong hinge here. And this thing is on here. I know from here it looks like maybe it's like kind of angled off. That is actually how it's built. And let me tell you guys, this thing is not going anywhere. It is on. It does not bend. It doesn't shake, doesn't make any noise, doesn't rattle, anything. That is on there. A little expensive for the swing gate. It was like 900 bucks, but it's pretty versatile and I like it a lot. And it holds a 37 up there like nothing. Even on the trails hitting bumps and things, the wheel doesn't shake around, doesn't vibrate, doesn't make any noise whatsoever. And I think it looks super, super cool. So if you come down here on the bumper, you have these kind of like plates over. Those are available and there, so you can put in lights, so like auxiliary lights, or Descent also offers reverse tail lights and brake lights, like this little kind of rectangle looking thing that you can put in there and connect to your lights, which is cool. I thought about maybe doing that. It does come with a trailer hitch. Don't exactly know when I'll be using that, especially with this spare. It's a big spare, obviously sticks out of the car a lot, so you need a lot of spacers to have a bike rack or something like that. It does come with your trailer hookups, trailer plug right there, and D-ring mounts. I was gonna put D-rings in. I decided not to yet because I don't want too much rattling and I don't want this powder coat to come off. So I don't know, that's still some deciding that I have to do. So guys, one more thing I'd like to note about this swing gate here. It is gas strut assisted. I don't know if you can see that kind of sitting in there. I will open it up to show you that, and that gas strut swings this thing open like crazy. So I try not to give it too much leverage because it'll throw it. It like rocks the whole car. So I'll open that up and kind of show you guys that. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this swing gate here. And I'll show you this gas strut right here. That thing is super cool. Another thing this swing gate comes with that I'm super happy with as well is this table. So this is pretty cool. I can leave the tailgate closed and turn this, pop this up, folds over, goes on, nice and firm table. Now another thing is if I wanted to, say, sit on my tailgate, I can open this up here. This opens up. If I'm camping or whatever, just trying to hang out, I can sit here and have a drink or have something to eat or kind of whatever I want to use it for. So super, super capable. I also did put my Trasharoo on just to let you guys know kind of this X way. Just thought it was a better way so it didn't fall off, and it holds it on there super tight. So super, super sweet. And I love this bumper and this swing gate. And it looks super kind of, I don't know, kind of like military-ish, military grade, kind of the way everything bolts together and has all the holes and stuff. So super, super sweet. Just a quick note about the rear of the Cruiser here. Sorry for the mess. Kind of got a few things in here, some food items, some Cheez-Its and ramen that you guys saw, but I am packing up here soon to move out of college for the summer, so that is pretty cool. I don't have the rear seats up right now. It's usually way cleaner than this. Almost nothing's back here besides my tools right here, but I need this space to move out here soon. So sorry for the mess, but I will get into the interior here in a sec. So before I move on to the interior, one thing I like to note, guys, is I love the way these tailgates open on Land Cruisers. The split gate, you have this that opens up so you can pack stuff in. Then you kind of have the truck bed little drop down right here. Once again, sorry about the mess back there. But I absolutely love the split gate concept. Super cool and really makes sense, I think, for a lot of vehicles. So really, really cool. All right, guys, so I'm gonna jump on into the inside of the Land Cruiser. Just one more thing to note, I do have my CB radio antenna right here. Kind of looks like a little, it'll focus on it there. Kind of a little space, little needle thing. Kind of cool, won't focus, but sorry. But that is my CB radio antenna. So I'm going to get into the Land Cruiser here. Once again, sorry for the mess. Kind of have things everywhere, but yeah, we'll talk about the inside here. So there's really not much to talk about for the inside of these cruisers. It's pretty plain and simple interior. Really nice though. Got a picture of my girlfriend there and the hula girl on the dash. Kind of a cool touch. Do have the sunroof open. Another great thing I love about these. Very nice on a hot day. But the interior is pretty simple. You know, we got the two-tone doors here and some nice seats. The leather is correct. I do plan on doing some reupholstery and or maybe a seat swap in the future. And I do apologize for the dirty carpets as well. This thing gets used a lot, has a lot of miles on it, so it is old and kind of dirty. Anyway, as you can see here, I have my switch pod from Auxbeam. Does run my front X-Brite lights and my Bajas. Do have the 12-volt charge port right there. Is an automatic. Kind of wish it was a manual turbo diesel JDM spec, but hey, that's all right. Got my sunflower seats here. Always a road trip essential. But that's besides the point. This I do kind of question. That's dirty as well. But I don't really know what it's for. It's not really a cup holder, and the cup holders too are a huge issue in these cars. They only fit like cans, sometimes not even if it's a bigger can. So interesting concept from Toyota, but definitely something that should be changed and switched up. I do also have my CB radio up here. Nice mounting place for it. Kind of tucks behind the light and the switches there. Pretty cool. And obviously do have power seats. The power seat on the passenger side unfortunately doesn't work. I do need to take a look at that. I'm not sure if it has to do with, I guess, the gears or something that runs the chair, or just power to it or something. So I'll have to figure that out, but I'm gonna jump on to the other side. So jumping into the other side of the Land Cruiser here, got my backpack and my hat and some things there. Sorry, but basically the same thing. Obviously not as many switches there, but pretty cool. Got my stickers. Fairly simple interior. I wish there was more to show you in terms of the back, but kind of already saw that. The chairs are down. Pretty spacious interior, and I do like it. I also need a new steering wheel. As you can see, I have some electrical tape at the top there and a steering wheel cover. The steering wheel kind of like started falling apart at the top, so I need to replace that as well. I do have my aftermarket radio in here right above the switch panel. Pretty cool. It's like a little dual Bluetooth thing. Pretty nice Bluetooth audio, things like that. Obviously got my transfer case knob there, but besides that, that's about it for the interior. So one of the main reasons I picked up this Land Cruiser is, one, the engine was rebuilt 70,000 miles ago. And I saw all pictures, all service records, everything. It was rebuilt, good, you know, back to factory. It runs really, really well. So that's one, but also the frame. Look at how clean, I mean, I guess there's some dirt on it, but look at how clean the frame is. No rust, no nothing. Super solid all the way through the entire Land Cruiser. And it is just amazing. So super happy overall with this car. All right guys, so I'm sitting on the rear of the Land Cruiser here. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my future plans for this thing. As of now, I kind of have everything cosmetically done that I want, other than maybe a few more lights here and there, and move the roto packs and throw a Roam box up there too. Maybe a rooftop tent eventually. Everything cosmetically is basically complete. Maybe do some paint correction on the spot rust. In terms of everything else, I do need to do an audio upgrade. The door speakers are blown in both doors in the front, and the sound system is horrendous. I'd show you guys, but I don't even think the camera will pick up how bad it is. Sorry for the wind noise there. The wind's kind of picking up a little. But I also need to throw a subwoofer in here. I don't exactly know how I want to do that, I want it out of the way so I have room to put stuff in my trunk. I'm gonna have to cross that road when I come to it. I do need some new headlights as well. The halogens look super cool, but I'm thinking of going maybe LED or maybe some new halogens that are hopefully a little brighter, because when it's rainy or at night at all, the headlights do not do their job. Usually you have to turn on the Bajas or the bigger orange ones to be able to see better at night. So visibility is super low with those. And I might replace these taillights. I do really like the OEM look. Might go for something different, might regret it, but I'll find that out when I get to that as well. One more solution, or I guess one thing I wanted to add or upgrade to this as well, is maybe some mounting solutions for the inside. I need one for my switch pod, and want one maybe for my phone or an iPad or some map attachments or something like that. So that was just something quick that I wanted to add there as well for some potential upgrades. One more thing before I kind of sign off here. Sorry for the wind noise, it's kind of picking up again. But if you guys have any questions about my Land Cruiser or about anything else on my channel, make sure to comment it or shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll be sure to respond to you guys, and I will cover it. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. It has been a pleasure making this for you. I'm super happy I could do my rig walk around of my 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser. There is more to come on this little series here. I know I covered my car, but I am going to be covering Connor's truck. And you also saw Austin's truck in my Moab Adventure video, so I might do that as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe and definitely comment. And I will throw my Instagram right here. Please go follow that. I need to kind of build a following there as well. And there's more to come on my channel. And as always, guys, I want to thank you for watching another video on my channel, Off the Grid Overlanding. My name's Jack, and I will see you guys in the next video.